We spend our whole lives reading about history, but what happens when you can actually walk through it? I didn't just fly to a new country today, I stepped exactly 2,500 years into the past, and honestly, nothing could have prepared me for what it actually feels like to stand here. Welcome to Fullstack Nomads. Grab your time machine because today I'm going to take you to the very center of the ancient world. Let's go! Before you can travel 2,500 years into the past, you have to survive the logistics of 2026. Our journey didn't start in Greece, but in the Netherlands. We noticed a glitch in the pricing. Flights from Brussels to Charleroi were significantly cheaper, but getting there was an odyssey of its own. We took a train to Maastricht, then hopped on a Flipco bus, the direct link for travelers heading to Charleroi. Luckily, the timing worked out and we cleared security just in time to board our time machine to the Mediterranean. We emerged into Syntagma Square. Seeing the heart of Athens draped in Christmas lights felt like a dream, a glowing modern getaway to a city with 3,000 years of secrets. Waking up to this was surreal. From our balcony, the modern city stretches out below, but right there in the distance, the Acropolis. It feels like a giant stone anchor holding the past in place. I'll give you a full tour of this nomad base camp later, but for now, we have his story to find. We definitely overslept. After a full day of planes, buses, and trains, our bodies needed the rest. But once we finally moved, it was a quick bus ride through Syntagma Square. Near Syntagma Square, we saw some kind of fair was going on and people were dancing. We finally reached our first spot. Standing at the Temple of Olympian Zeus is the first time you really feel the weight of the past. Construction started in the 6th century BC, but it actually took over 600 years to finish. Originally, there were 104 of these massive Corinthian columns, each standing nearly 60 feet tall. Today, only 15 remain standing, but even in ruins, you can feel the ambition of the ancient world. It's pure structural awe. Exploration works up an appetite. We grab two lamb kebabs with warm pita from a local shop. I'm usually not a fan of lamb, but here it's a total game changer. We began the climb toward the Acropolis entrance for our afternoon slot. A word of warning for fellow travelers. They are incredibly strict here. You can only enter 15 minutes before your scheduled time, but not a second sooner. It's a precision operation to manage the crowds, so make sure your digital boarding pass to the past is ready on your phone. Right after the gates, we looked down into the massive Odeon of Herodes Atticus. Built in 161 AD, this is an ancient stone theater that could hold 5,000 people. The acoustics are a masterpiece of ancient engineering. Even from the top rows, you can hear a whisper from the stage. It wasn't just for speeches, it was a venue for music and drama. Standing here, you realize the Greeks didn't just build for strength, they built for the soul. And the best part, it's still used for concerts today. As we climbed the ancient marble steps toward the summit, the city began to reveal itself. This 360-degree view of Athens is staggering. You can see the urban sprawl of the 21st century wrapping around these ruins, like a modern ocean surrounding an ancient island. Finally, we reach the crown jewel, the Parthenon. Seeing it in person is a complete system shock. Completed in 438 BC, this was the heart of Athenian Empire and a temple to the goddess Athena. Every pillar you see was engineered with subtle curves to look perfectly straight to the human eye. It's essentially an ancient version of high-level UI/UX design. But the Acropolis isn't just one building. Nearby sits the Erechtheion, famous for the Porch of the Maidens. These 6 female figures, the caryatids, aren't just statues, they are the literal pillars holding up the roof. They've stood watch over this city for over 2,000 years. These structures have survived explosions, sieges, and the wear of millions of feet. Walking between these stones, you aren't just a tourist, you are a witness to a civilization that refused to be forgotten. As we were exploring, the atmosphere shifted. We witnessed the arrival of the Evzones, the elite presidential guard. They marched up to the Acropolis to raise or lower the Greek flag, and their presence is deeply symbolic. Their uniform is a living history book. The white skirt has 400 pleats to represent the 400 years of Ottoman occupation. Those heavy shoes weigh over 3 kilos each and are tipped with black pom-poms, which used to hide small blades for close quarters combat. Every slow, deliberate step they take is a tribute to the fallen heroes of the Greek War of Independence. Watching them march past these ancient columns is the ultimate bridge between eras. It's a reminder that while the temples are made of stone, the spirit of the people who built them is still very much alive and marching today. Leaving the summit, we descended into Plaka, the neighborhood of the gods. It's the oldest section of Athens, built right into the slopes of the Acropolis. Here, the ground marble of the past starts to blend into the vibrant, narrow alleys for a living city. We passed the Roman Forum, peering through the iron grilles at the ruins. This was the city's central marketplace 2000 years ago, yet another layer of history tucked right between modern shops. To cool down, we grabbed some lemon gelato in the heart of Plaka. They even served us a tart lemon shot as a palate cleanser, the perfect refreshing end to a day of dusty ancient trails before we headed back to the base. Welcome to our Athenian base camp. It's a compact setup, but it's got the essentials: a stove, oven, and a fridge for quick meals. The double bed is convertible, though once it's fully open, standing room becomes a luxury. The bathroom was, let's just say, efficiently sized. Being a single room with roofs attached from neighboring buildings, we felt a bit exposed at night, so we made sure everything was locked tight. Despite the tight squeeze, it was the perfect cozy spot to recharge our batteries for another day of time traveling. I will leave its link down in the description. Next evening, we headed toward Monastiraki Square, the pulsing heart of modern Athens. It's a place where history and commerce have collided for centuries. We spent some time soaking in the energy before diving into the flea market to hunt for our own modern day artifacts, some souvenirs to take home. But before leaving, we had to stop for a ritual, a real Greek salad. I mean, how can you come to Greece and not try the original? It was incredible. The next morning, we started with a local classic, Spanakopita. It's this incredibly fakey filo pastry stuffed with spinach and feta, and it is the ultimate Athenian breakfast. We sat right in the middle of the Monastiraki Square, sharing our crumbs with the local pigeons. Coming from the freezing Dutch winter, this Greek winter felt like a warm embrace. The morning sun was so soothing. It felt like the city was personally welcoming us back for one last journey through its timeline. final historical stop was the National Archaeological Museum. If the Acropolis is the skeleton of the city, this is its soul. It's one of the most important museums in the world, housing artifacts that span over 5,000 years. Seeing things like the mask of Agamemnon, a solid gold funerary mask from the 16th century BC, really hits different when you've just walked through the ruins where these people lived. We even saw the Antikythera mechanism, which is essentially the world's first analog computer. As a software engineer, seeing a 2000-year-old device used to track astronomical positions was mind-blowing. It's a reminder that human curiosity and the drive to build complex systems isn't a modern invention, it's in our DNA. With only a few hours left before our flight, we made a dash for Piraeus. We couldn't leave without seeing the Aegean Sea. Standing on the beach, watching the waves hit the shore, it was the perfect moment of reflection. Athens is a city that doesn't just show you history, it makes you live in it. It's a place where you can grab a coffee in 2026 and look up to see a temple from 400 BC. It's been an exhausting, beautiful, and deeply humbling journey through time. Thank you so much for traveling with us. If you enjoyed this time traveling adventure, hit that like button and subscribe to join the Fullstack Nomads on our next stop. You can also support us by buying us coffee. We're logging off from Greece, but we'll see you in the next one. Safe travels.